Hey everybody, it's Melanie. So today I am bringing you a review of the Blackberry Tea Leaf Candle from Bath & Body Works. That is what is up on the Homeworks pedestal there. I have the Bath & Body Works Blackberry Bramble Tea in the mason jar style down here because when this was first released on social media, everybody was saying that it was a repackage or a dupe of the Blackberry Bramble Tea. And I got really excited about that because I loved this candle. Blackberry Bramble Tea is definitely in the top 5 Bath & Body Works fragrance list, as far as my list goes anyway. So I was stoked that I might be able to buy this candle again. It took me a while to find it in store. It took probably several weeks after I saw everybody else like starting to post about this for this to come to my store. So I was very anxious about it. And as soon as I saw it, I walked over, I picked it up and I smelled it. And I thought, what are these people talking about? I guess I can see some similarities, but I don't think that they are the same at all. That's not to say that Blackberry Tea Leaf is a bad scent. It's not. It's actually a very pleasant, nice, kind of different fall appropriate type scent. It's not your usual pumpkin spice or apple pumpkin or, you know, like the normal stuff that we smell during the fall time. I thought it was really pleasant and something new and I guess refreshing. But as far as it being a repackage, I don't think so at all. And as soon as I brought it home, I dug out one of my Blackberry Bramble teas and sniffed them side by side. And yeah, it was confirmed as soon as I sniffed them that I keep sniffing the lid behind the camera here, so that's why I'm stopping and sniffing. Yeah, they're definitely not the same. Now, they do share similarities, and I will talk about what those similarities are. But I want to first talk about just the Blackberry Bramble Tea by itself. I have some thoughts here, you guys, because what is happening with the performance of these candles? They're burning atrociously. So I'm going to start with the scent stuff first. Let's get that out of the way. I do have to bring this behind the camera here just for a second. So the notes on this are wild blackberry, bramble tea leaves, and hint of sweet orange. So those are the notes. Packaging, by the way, is very cute. I do like this glass color that they chose for this. It's really nice. It's like a subdued lavender with maybe some gray in it. It's beautiful. And of course there is a bear having tea, as they do in nature. I think it's a very cute label. All of it is very appealing to me. Fits in with my aesthetic, I guess. But the fragrance. So I feel like it's pretty true to the description that you read on the bottom. The wild blackberry, the blackberry that they used here smells kind of artificial. It's like a candied blackberry. It's not super crazy sweet, but it is still at the same time a sweet candle. It's not cloying. I can smell that hint of that sweet orange for sure. And there is a definite tea note. It's not like a Lipton tea note that you get in a lot of tea scented candles. This is definitely like a bramble tea note. That is the one thing that I will talk about being a similarity with this here. But yeah, so overall it's a nice smelling scent. It is different. It's, like I said, not overly sweet. It is fall appropriate, but it's very different from what we normally smell here in the fall, which is, you know, a lot of pumpkin, a lot of apple, leaves type scents. You know, it's different from that stuff that normally comes out. So it's kind of nice to have something different. So I applaud them for that. So overall, I would say if there was a rating of fragrance appeal on a scale of 1 to 10, I would put this at an 8. I enjoy it. It's not, I don't think, the best thing that they've ever put out, but I like it. And I did purchase a few of them to be able to have during the month of September because it is a nice transitional fragrance, to be honest. And I can also see myself burning it well into October as well. But let's talk about the performance, because this is where this just went south for me. Okay, so one, these wicks, oh, they're nuts, man. And do you see the black that has entered this once white wax? This thing smokes like crazy, and honestly, I cannot in good conscience continue to burn this candle knowing the amount of like smoke and soot that this bad boy puts off. I feel like the rest of these I am probably just going to put right into my candle crock, to be totally honest. Or I might chunk it up and use it just in my wax warmers. Because like I said, I like the scent, but this is unacceptable. Each time that I burn this, these wicks got so crazy hot that it would create the most massive wax pool. So the last time that I burned this, and you can see I'm well past the halfway point, this entire thing was liquid. Like this whole thing was liquefied. And for me personally, not all of this should be liquefied. And I cut these wicks crazy short. Each time that I have burned this candle, I cut these wicks insanely short. And they end up looking like this within a matter of, it seems like 2 hours. And then it starts to get all smoky and I have to blow it out. So performance-wise, this is a massive disappointment. And because I just started having like the rooms in this house repainted, I cannot keep burning this. Like, this is nuts, you guys. I don't know that I can really recommend going out and buying this. And it's not like I have it in some kind of a hurricane or something. It's just in a Bath and Body Works sleeve. Here, I'll grab it, because it's sitting right over here. This is the sleeve that I have it in. So it's got like cutouts. So and I've never had an issue with this with any other candle, like causing it to melt too quickly. And this is from Bath and Body Works, by the way. I took the price tag off, but it's definitely a Bath and Body Works holder. Yeah, you can see that in the bottom there. Yeah, totally disappointed. The throw, I mean, this smells up the entire downstairs of my house. I'm gonna give the throw like a 9. I mean, it's solid in that performance. I'm gonna also give the strength of this a 9. And yes, of course you're gonna have that kind of throw and strength when you have a wax pool of like, what is this, like 2 inches? It's massive, you guys. Each time that I've burned it, just huge, massive, deep wax pool, which I know we all go for that, but not at the expense of this happening. So no thanks. This is going to the candle crock. Let's talk about the similarities. Okay. Blackberry Bramble Tea is fantastic. Are the notes on the bottom of this? Yes. Okay, they kept them on here. Okay, so sweet and fragrant blackberries combine with a hint of sugar and spice and take a cup and saucer to new heights. Stupid description, but this is much more, I feel like this is more sophisticated than this new one is here. It has those fall spices of like hint of cinnamon, nutmeg, but also sweetness. The blackberry note in this is a little bit more authentic. It's not as artificial as this one. There's no orange in this, but it's the bramble tea note that they have in common. So I kind of feel like that is where I think people were getting the similarity from. But they're definitely still totally different fragrances. I feel like this one's just done, this one is done a whole lot better. In terms of smelling more sophisticated, less artificial, more fall than I would say this is even. This is just lovely. I'm glad I have a few of these left to enjoy for the next couple of falls, but yeah, if this wasn't an atrocious performance, I would probably purchase a couple more of them. Because like I said, it's nice. It has a fragrance appeal to it for me, but there's no way I'm going to keep burning that in my house. There's absolutely no way. if you notice that your candles are starting to do that, blow them out, you guys. Don't keep burning them. Worst case scenario, if you can't find a candle crock, and I know a lot of people can't really find any that they like anymore. Sometimes you can find them and they have like a Santa Claus on them or whatever. I would still buy that if I were you, because the candle crocks are super helpful for candles such as this that you don't want to chunk up or that you just don't want to deal with otherwise. You just stick the candle in there and it heats the whole thing up. It's like a crock pot for your candle. And I have like a video about it. I'll link it down below. But if you can't find a candle crock, go to Michael's. They have those hot plate warmers where it's just like, it looks like the bottom of a coffee pot where just that warmer is for the coffee. So it's that, but you can set a candle on it and it melts the candle. Now, if it's a completely full candle, it takes quite a while for that wax to melt. But if it's something like this, it's perfect for stuff like this because you're already halfway there. You can just leave it on and let it cycle until you basically just smell wax. So all the fragrance oils have dissipated. Or you can turn it on and off as you like come and go out of the house. That doesn't really matter. Usually when I put something in the candle crock, I just leave the candle crock on for like 5 days and I get all the fragrance out and then I turn it off and then I'll put another candle in there. So that's what's gonna happen with this. But yeah, I mean, womp womp. I was kind of disappointed in this. I was really hoping that people were correct about this being blackberry bramble tea, but it's not. So I will continue to cherish these. My husband put this out with, can you tell he put it out with the lid? I have this in my downstairs guest bath right now, but did you guys buy this candle? What are your thoughts? How do you feel about it? How is the performance on yours? Oh, a lot of people ask this sometimes. The batch number here is an A3. Yeah, is it an A or a B? Okay, I have the worst camera for this. Is that yeah, no, we're not going to do that. That's not going to work. A8212, A6, A3. I don't know. But this is definitely a little disappointing. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.